Hi Peter, welcome to Top of the Lighthouse.
How are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
Good. Well, you are a special guest taking the place of Jeff today, but that's okay because I heard that you found Jeff.
One evening in July of 2015, I was working upstairs at the Top of the Lighthouse shop, and this really nice gentleman came in and asked if he could go outside and take some photographs. And I said, oh, absolutely. So about an hour later, he came in, and I asked him, did you get any great shots? And he said, oh, I hope so. Let's see, would you like to look? So he showed me some of the photos he took.
Right.
I was so blown away. I'm also the buyer at the Lighthouse for the two gift shops. So I saw a great opportunity to try and purchase his art for resale at the Lighthouse.
Right.
Of course, when I mentioned that to Jeff, he said, oh, absolutely not. I don't take any money for my work. I donate everything to my foundation. And then I asked what foundation that was. When he mentioned Parkinson's, I was really touched by that, and I told him that I would talk to my boss who owns the business, and I shared Jeff's story with Mark. They met and immediately became best of friends.
Oh,
Mark was so taken back by Jeff's story that he decided not only to purchase his images, but to donate every penny to the foundation. Yes, Peter, you would not believe how many people have purchased his art from the first little image that we sold.
Right.
And then they grew to a larger size.
Yeah.
We eventually outgrew the Lighthouse. We ran out of space to hang his work. That prompted Jeff to open a small gallery at Shops at Sea Pine Center.
Right.
And he outgrew that gallery very fast.
Right. And bought next door.
Yes, went next door. And then as he became better and better at his craft, he decided to take over 2 more spaces and created Vivid Gallery, which has been doing.
Do you know the year that was? What was the year that all started, that the gallery opened? Do you remember?
I believe the first gallery opened in 2016, and then he moved to the other location, probably 2018, I would say.
Okay.
But over the last few years, it has just blown up. I mean, it's so many people have come back time after time to purchase.
Love that.
And just touching hearts and seeing how many people, they don't just purchase a piece of art because they like the way it looks.
Right.
It has a story attached.
Yeah.
And they have a story. And sometimes they're buying because they have a loved one who has Parkinson's or maybe had Parkinson's.
Yeah.
It just amazes me how many people's lives have been touched and changed through this whole process.
Yeah, he is an amazing, amazing inspiration. I think you're a bit of an inspiration too. I mean, I grew up on this island, and this lighthouse was a dingy inside. It was a little odd smelling at places. It was dark. You weren't quite sure what was going on here. But now it's like the Lighthouse Museum as well. I mean, I find it to be the most easy to take in understanding of the history of the island. That makes it so interesting as you go up those stairs.
Oh, absolutely. So we decided to turn the Lighthouse into a museum. So in 2001, we added wonderful history on every landing. So if you're a first timer, every landing tells a different history of Hilton Head.
Including Stan Smith's tennis shoes.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite. All right, so you know what I call the lighthouse? I call it the Eiffel Tower of Hilton Head.
Absolutely.
Right? It's the most iconic, iconic structure we have on the island.
Yes, over the years, we've become one of the most collected lighthouses in the world and one of the most recognized lighthouses in the world.
You know, they make the T markers of a mini lighthouse.
Yes. And
they were voting what the best T markers were on the PGA Tour, and the lighthouse was in the top 3.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So again, you're right. It's so memorable and everybody knows it.
It really is.
Well, I say that you do a fantastic job up here. Thank you for supporting Jeff. And everybody come down. What are your hours now up here?
We're open every day, year-round, from 10 a.m. until the sun goes down.
What time is the sun going down these days?
Well, these days it's just after 6, around 6:15, and that changes, and we change
accordingly.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, if you look out this way, the sun's out our way right now, but this is the best sunset on the island. And the pictures that Jeff gets of the lighthouse, of these sunsets, the shores of Defusky, are just absolutely stunning.
They really are.
Well, you found a talent with him. Thank you so much. We all thank you. And
Thank you, Peter.
we'll be back.